So we start like preparing for the next one. Yeah. All right. What? You can take it after.
I can't believe you parked my car in a handicap spot.
Fiona, I can't believe you let an unlicensed driver drive.
Well, didn't you see the handicap spot? You don't teach that.
Okay, look. It's not my fault. It's not on me. This is all on you. It's your car. It's your responsibility.
Everybody, the show will go on. Don't worry. We'll be right back.
John Michael. I got this. For those of you who don't know,
We got a picture.
I am John May. Someone out. Where my homegirl at? There she is. There she is. What's up? Yeah. Go around. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, I'm John Bay. This is my sister. She's Esther Bay. We'll tell you when. Okay, just hold on to it. Okay. So,
Where's my mic?
we're gonna share.
But you remember the car?
It's okay. It's okay. No, okay, it's fine. It's okay. So, your pals here audition for the host.
And also to perform, but we didn't get it. No brainer. I mean, that's us.
So, we gonna do it anyways. Okay, thank you. This is mine. Thank you. So we gonna perform and host at the same time, y'all. Can we have tech people here, please? Thank you.
Now you want to give me the mic? Do I just poke it in?
They are so cute.
Alright, y'all. So,
Thank you, guys. I mean, give it up to the tag. I mean, they are.
oh my gosh, she's so needy. We deserve this. Alright. So we gonna sing a song for y'all, alright?
It's called Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Just kidding, not y'all.
Just kidding. This is dedicated to our grandmother.
Grandma.
Y'all wish.
I love you,
This is for you, Harmonee.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can tell, falling in love with you. Should I
and gentlemen.
Don't you think that calling the tow truck was a bit much?
Bay's gonna do what Bay's gonna do, let me tell you. Look, we're gonna bring it down for this next act. Okay? We got Harmonee Keitt coming up. EMO, which is a nice little acronym for Excuse My Optimism.
Work it.
See, Harmonee is wise, charming,
Yes.
truthful,
Yes, she is.
genuine.
Yes.
She's a beautiful woman and...
Woohoo!
Oh, I'm not
Just
just
like
saying
a
that
mama.
because she's my sister.
Please welcome to the stage, Excuse My Optimism, performing her spoken word poem, Crimson Eraser.
Dear Satan, first of all, I would like to congratulate you for you being one of, if not the most prominent figure of anger and hatred and jealousy, have done a stand-up job of getting me to believe that I am not enough. And more than that, getting me to believe that God will never be enough for me. But just to make sure that you and I's stories align, this is how mine started. When I was young, I used to believe that God wrote my name in the book of life with a pencil. That if I was good, he would write my name and there it would remain. But if for one fleeting moment I did something less than good, he would erase my name, my existence, and my good deeds forever. And as a child, this made complete sense to me. But it had become more than the fact that I wanted to be good. It had become more of the fact that I just didn't want to go to hell. Because I had heard the stories and I had seen the paintings of what happened to people that weren't good enough. And I knew that I didn't want that to be me. But as the years went on, I began to feel the overwhelming anxiety that came with living with my shortcomings. I began to become sick with the sins I was seeking and lame with the lies I was loosing and depressed with the damnation I felt I was delivering to myself. And I was trying to find a way out and an excuse, and so I began to blame God because he fit the description. I put him on trial and I questioned his authority. I said that if you loved me, you would make my life easier. If you loved me, you would have never put me in this situation. If you loved me, you would lower yourself to meet my expectations. I had become blind to who he was because all I could see was my sin. They say that where your eyes go, there your body goes too. And my eyes had this funny way of steering my body toward all the wrong things. I was moving forward, but looking at everything else around me. If I was a car, I was focused on that pothole of opinions I just hit and that ever-growing crack of crass criticisms in my windshield. And that one person that always seemed to be right in my bumper with expectations that I could never reach. And all the while, I was becoming more frustrated with the fact that I could never hear my guide over my radio of rebellion. And eventually, I ran out of gas, and I ran out of hope. And I said that if the gospel truth really is true, then I am not a good person. And it felt that hell was more befitting for me and that heaven was reserved for the king. And my not good enoughs began to turn into these shackles of my lacks and my twos, my too blackness, my too Oreo-ness, my too reservedness, my too outspokenness, my too thisness, my too thatness, my too, if you don't change your X, Y, and Z-ness, you will never, ever be good enough for a guyness. And having been fed these lies from others and force-feeding them to myself since my youth, and having seen far too few positive results, who was I to believe that I would be anything but a failure? And you wouldn't know this unless I told you. Because we as churchy people have this way of judging certain sins harsher than others, and I solemnly swore to tell you just enough to make you feel like you knew me. But the verdict is still the same. I am guilty. And I am guilty of my idolization of trying to be good enough to keep my fire insurance renewed. And so, Satan, I'm choosing to break up with you. Because I can't continue to try to love someone that never, ever loved me to begin with. And I can't continue to try to hold on to heaven's sweet, honey-dripped promises and hell's bitter lies at the same time. And so, God, I write this new letter to you as a prayer, as an acknowledgement that you have always been there for me. You have been there in the nights when my prayers of repentance have become rank with repetition, and you have been there in my feeble attempts to glorify you. And you are there with open arms of love, mercy, and grace. And you remind me that you do not write my name in the book of life with a pencil, but with the crimson blood of your Son.
Hallelujah.
Glory.
And no, I may not always be a good person, but you said that I am very good, and that is good enough for me. And so, God, I pray you would continue to be with me and love me fearlessly in your most holy and precious name. Amen.
Amen.
I love spoken word, and at the institution I worked at before this one, that was one of the things that I did with all of my students, because it allows you to really dig into your feelings and to connect with the audience, and you connected with us, and it was beautiful, and I felt it. I appreciated the drama. It was beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you.
Now, imagine you're in an old-fashioned jazz club. A glass of apple juice rests on your palm, on the rocks. Vapor from an essential oils diffuser fills the air. Enneagram 4s are journaling furiously in the corner. And you hear the voice of a woman, low and smooth, and you look up to see Milagro singing the original song, Sing in the Night, about the beauty of solitude.
Please welcome to the stage, Milagro Guerra.